Oh, man. All right. First things first. My name is Dustin. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Search of Smiles. I am your host, as always. And as you can tell, I am not in my apartment. I'm outside. But as you can tell, I'm not in the cold north. I'm south. I am in Florida for my winter break. I'm enjoying time with my family and just being in the warmth, even though it's kind of chilly today. That's why I got a hoodie on. But I wanted to still make 1 or 2 episodes because I am committed, and we're going to be talking about that today with the New Year's coming up. And I am currently recording on 2 boxes stacked on top of each other with the Yeti holding up my camera with a wireless microphone. So I don't have my usual equipment, so bear with me if there is some technical difficulties, but I'm going to try to reduce them as much as possible. Now, what we're talking about today is New Year's. And Kevin Hart once said, "How good is your book?" I mean, to me, New Year's is a closing chapter. Each year is a chapter of my life. And 2025 was another chapter. My book started off in 2004. I'm 21 now. And so I'll be turning 22 this upcoming year, which is kind of crazy to think about because it's my Jimmy year. If you don't know, Jimmy Butler is my favorite basketball player. He won number 22 in Miami. So it's my Jimmy year, you know. And Miami Heat's obviously my favorite team. I was a big Jimmy Butler fan. But that's not the point. New Year's Eve is some time where I always reflect on my life and things that have happened in the past year. I always think back to the year and think what went well and what went wrong. And I always cry on New Year's Eve, man. I always cry. No matter if I try to stop it. Because something about me, just sitting there watching, the New Year's ball drop, I get a weird feeling I don't get from anything else. I just have it's not like I tense up, but not because I'm scared, but I'm like, okay, here we go. Here's another one. What can I do to get better? What can I do to make myself more happy? How good is my chapter going to be to overall see how good my book is? Now, 2025 was an interesting year for me. I'm not going to get really deep into it, but a lot of good and a lot of bad. And I'm still young, hopefully. I don't know. I got called Unk the other day, so. But it's a year when I learned a lot about myself. It's probably the year that I learned the most about myself and learned how to navigate things and really not care. I remember the other day at Christmas Eve dinner. Pardon me about the wind, by the way, too. I am wearing a wireless mic, so I may let it pass. Okay. We were talking at Christmas Eve dinner, and my dad asked, what are we all grateful for? What are we all happy about? And my one sister laughed at me because, siblings. But I said, I'm happy I don't care anymore. And what I meant by that is I very became self-aware of not caring about other people's opinions or thoughts on me. People have their opinions on me. I know that for a fact. People may say good things about me. Some people are going to say bad things about me. But at the end of the day, that's going to be happening to everyone. If you're watching this, people are going to like you. There's people that don't like you. It's just the way the world is. Sadly, that's how it is. You can't please everyone, but it's how it is. So if I had to say what I learned the most is continuing to figure out how to put myself first. And a big step in that was not caring what people think of me. I feel like that was a big accomplishment because I used to struggle with that severely. And I'm going to get into my list of goals as well. I wrote down 5 goals, but to talk about this past year, man, like I said, I don't know if I need a drink, a hug, or a good cry. Like I said, New Year's always gets to me, man. So I'm going to dive into my 5 goals for this year. I wrote down, I wrote down New Year's resolutions. Woo! People that start for a week, I go to the gym and then don't complete. There's only been one time in my life I actually completed a resolution, and it was something stupid though. It was like, I'm not gonna say blah 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 anymore, and I just stopped saying it. But this year is more about everything, I'd say. I have one that's more like mental health related, mind related. I have one that's physical, one that's about stuff that I'm working on, another one more about myself and other people, and another one more financial. So I think those are 5 good goals to have because it kind of gets everything going, your physical health, your mental health, and then financial. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to say my goals, and I'm going to list off the little bullet points I have to help me and to help me figure out how I'm going to achieve this goal and what I'm going to do. And if you're watching this, I know this comes out after New Year's, so happy New Year's, everyone. 2026, big year. I've seen the TikToks of making 2026 like 2016, dude. That's my dream. I love 2016. 2016 was the greatest chapter of my life. I love 2016. So if we can get back to that, it'll be a good year. But my first one is something I mentioned on this podcast before, and something I'm going to continue mentioning on this podcast. It is something I have started to learn how to do, but it's something I want to fully devote to and fully get really into how to do it. And it is, I am second. God first, I'm second. Everything else follows. That's literally the 3 bullet points I have. Bullet point 1 is God first. I have learned so much from the Bible this past year and so much from his words that I take on in my everyday life. Something for Christmas I wanted was a cross pendant that you may have seen I used to wear, but it broke in August when I was working and I was very upset about it. And I asked for it for Christmas, and actually my mom got me a new one, so I'm very grateful for it. And this cross always kind of reminds me to stay grounded. You know what you're here for. Enjoy your life. Not everything's the end of the world. Not everything is the end of the world. I got to keep telling myself that. And when I do feel anxious, overwhelmed, or anxiety, anything like that, I just kind of grab it and just kind of zone out. It really keeps me calm, keeps me grounded. Another thing I learned from my therapist is if you actually have your hand, and then if you keep like pressing between your pinky and your ring finger, there's like a nerve. I don't know the scientific details. My therapist taught me it, but it helps sometimes too. So if you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or scared, just kind of give it a pressure point and kind of press down on it, and it's supposed to calm you down. It works. I don't know. I mean, everyone's different, but for me, I don't really do that as much. I just kind of grab my cross and just zone out and just kind of talk to myself, and it helps me a lot. I would say it calms me down within the next 3 minutes. So that is number 1, is I am second. I want to get fully into the Bible. I really want to get baptized. I really want to learn more. I'm joining a Bible study group my friend put me onto. I want to host a Bible study group. I want to do so much to help people know that no matter what they're going through, there is always someone there. And it doesn't even have to be religious. It can always be, you can always call someone. I mean, hey, I always tell my friends they can call me if they ever need anything. I get made fun of it for sometimes, but I always hang up with I love you, whether it's my girl best friend, a girlfriend, a father, my mother, my best friend in my life. When I call my 2 best friends, Mick, DeAndre, I'm always like, hey, love you, hang up. Just let them know, like, you know, it's, you have a pivotal role in my life. So that's number 1, is I am second. Number 2 is I need to get back in the gym, dude. I need to get back, dude. I'm looking at my body and I'm like, man, I lost muscle. Thing is about muscle is that, like, you don't really lose it. You can regenerate it like it's a video game. I don't know scientific details. Don't ask me. But I know you don't really lose it and it's easy to get back, but I want to get back to where I was when I was playing football. I mean, I've been out of football for quite a while now, especially with my elbow. So I really want to get back to the shape that I was proud of. I'm now kind of just like I'm not skinny. People still come up to me like, yo, I'm trying to get your physique, your build. And I'm like, I haven't really pushed myself in a long time, man. But I want to get back to that, man. I want to get back to that middle linebacker type of body. So train 3 times a week, whether it's ladder drills, probably cardio, upper body, lower body. Nothing too crazy. I don't need to go crazy like I did when I was training for football, but just train 3 times a week. Maybe get some ladder drills in one day, do some Bulgarians, some squats, some leg curls, some hamstring extensions, and then the other day, we're going to do some bench presses, shoulder presses. We're going to get the back right, the chest right. So look, that's another easy goal. For the 4 bullet points I have written down for this one is I want to train 3 times a week. It's the number 2. It says train 3 times a week. Number 1, no quitting. I gotta push myself. There's definitely days I don't want to go to the gym, especially where I live compared to my college rec and the gym that I like to go to. It's quite a distance if I walk to the rec, and if I drive, it's still like a 10-minute drive. And it's hard to do with work and school and studying and a podcast. So no quitting. Keep my days busy. No ego lifting. Just do what you got to do. Do what you want to do for your body. Don't try to play off like you're this huge dude and try to impress everyone at the gym, because I know I'm not. So just have a goal in my mind that I want to achieve and go for it. Respect my elbow. If my elbow starts acting up, man, don't press it. It's hard when I look at my elbow and think about what I used to do and what I used to be, but I got to respect my elbow. It was an injury. It happened. Things happen in life. So if it starts to act up, I'm going to do something else that day. So if I'm upper body pressing, bench pressing or shoulder pressing or whatever I got to do that day, and my elbow starts to tweak out a little bit, I'm going to stop. I'm going to maybe run on the treadmill, do something else, and give it the time it needs. And as I said before, another bullet point, show up on even bad days, man. I'm going to have bad days. I'm going to have a lot of bad days this year. I'm going to have a lot of good days this year. But still, physical health is something that is very important, obviously. I want to live a long life. I want to get married. I want to have beautiful children. I want to see the world. I really want to travel. Honestly, I should add that somewhere. Maybe I will. But show up on even bad days. Don't chase people. That's number 3. Number 3 is to not chase people. This is something I struggle with. I overthink everything. I overthink a lot. And when I don't get the same energy or someone isn't responding, my mind goes into overdrive, because I want to say I'm obsessive, but say you're texting a girl, right? And she's beautiful. She's a smoke. She's a smoke show. And you want to talk to her. And I don't do this. I don't get women, but this is an example. And you want to hear from her, and then 12 hours go by and you don't hear anything. And then you're like, well, dang well you've used your phone in the past 12 hours. So don't chase people. And whether it may be a friend group I'm trying to become a part of, I'm not going to chase them. The bullet points I have for this one is I match the energy they give me, and if they don't match mine, I'm going to take a step back. You deserve what you deserve. It goes both ways. I truly believe that, and I know that's hard to do because I know everyone has things going on in their day, but I'm going to match their energy, and if they don't, I'm going to take a step back. Another one is a big one I've learned a lot this past year is if someone pulls away, let them. I've had many people pull away in my life this past year, and I wouldn't say just because like emotions maybe or things that have happened, but like my best friends at my college, man, my freshman year, I realized that all those people are gone. They all hit the transfer portal. They're all doing great. I still love those guys, man, but it sucks that I'm going to have to kind of not pull away, but I'm not going to see them as much. It sucks with my situation because my core best friends, there's 4 of them. The name is Mick, DeAndre, Alana, and Alex. They are in another state. I don't get to see them much. And now my core best friends at my college were Ryan, Ant, Braden, Brent, AJ, these guys. We have a Life 360 with each other. You open that thing up. One's in the bottom of PA, the other one's in West Virginia, the other one's in California. They're all gone, but it's part of life. So I've learned to really adapt. I feel like that's actually a good thing I learned from all my friends kind of being away from me, is that you learn to focus on yourself. But another thing is, man, I can refer to 2 times, 3 times actually, when you see those people again, it's special. Like this past year, my 2 good friends, Alana and Alex, drove up to my college and they spent St. Patrick's Day weekend with us, and it was a blast. I went to Connecticut to see all of them this past summer. It was so fun. I love those guys. And then for homecoming weekend, all the boys came back for college and we all went out. We had a blast, man. I love those guys. So I don't want to chase people. I love those guys, but part of it is time goes on. So when someone pulls away, I'm going to let them. And I can obviously say this in other circumstances when someone didn't match my energy or they pulled away from me. And maybe I hung on a little longer than I should have, but most recently it happened. And it happened a week ago. And after it happening a couple of times, I learned, and I'm just like, I'm going to step back and I hear things, I learn things, and I'm like, you know what? You chose your side, and I'm not going to disrupt you. I'm going to let you be because I didn't do anything wrong. And maybe you did something wrong, maybe you didn't, but you made your choice, and that's okay because I'm not going to chase people anymore. And then another thing is peace matters more than being chosen, man. Peace matters more than being chosen. And it's something I learned hard. It was a hard thing to learn a while ago, was to be okay with being by yourself. I enjoy being by myself now, man. I mean, obviously I like to go out and have fun with my friends, but man, I like to stay busy, man. I'm on my laptop, figuring out stuff with the podcast, maybe figuring out stuff with school, maybe just editing things and staying busy, maybe playing a game. It's nice to not deal with outside voices, man. So would I rather be, relaxed by myself, playing maybe a game I've been into a lot is Clover Pit. It's like a slot machine, but it's not actually gambling, but it's a slot machine and you gotta pick little charms out to get the high score and beat the game. I've been into that. Would I rather just enjoy that, or am I going to be around people that I don't really have let me rephrase this. Or am I going to be around people that I don't know their full story and are just going to kind of maybe pretend to be there, maybe pretend to appreciate me? So peace matters more than being chosen, man. Enjoy yourself. That's all you got. And that kind of goes back to my first statement. I am second. I have God first. I need to put myself second. The fourth one is about the podcast, So fourth one is build Surge Smiles consistently, man. I really want this to work. I know I say this all the time, and then I don't upload for like 2 weeks, and everyone's on my head, and then I don't upload, and then, I really want to build this consistently. Life gets busy. I have school, I have work, I have other things going on. I have my maybe Bible study. I have all this other stuff going on, but that's not excuses, man. I want this to work. I love doing this. I love hearing people tell me I listened to your podcast. It was amazing. I enjoyed it. Keep doing what you're doing. I love hearing that and making people's day. I actually had someone tell me that they were feeling depression and anxiety, and they listened to my podcast with Ryan Farrell. Shout out Ryan Farrell. And they listened to the one, I forget which one it was, and they said they listened to it for like a week straight, and it really opened their eyes, and that made my world, dude. I really want this to work. So I have 2 bullet points. 40 episodes this year. 40. This is episode 11. So by the end of this year, there should be 51 episodes on this podcast. And if there's not, I'm a failure. So I really want 40 episodes. Big goal. 52 weeks in a year. So I get 12 weeks off for like maybe vacation, holidays, whatever I want to do. It's like my PTO. So 40 episodes this year is a big goal of mine. And another one is 1,000 subs, 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube. Spotify's doing well, but YouTube started late. So I got to get the YouTube up. And I know that's kind of hard to do, especially with my people. A friend of mine that does very well on TikTok, he said it's so hard to gain ground on YouTube. So I'm up for the challenge. I feel like 1,000 subs is possible. I just got to make my 40 episodes. I know how to use YouTube Shorts now. I know how to push the algorithm. I'm figuring all this stuff out because if you didn't know, this is all on my own. I reach out to the people. I'm like, hey, do you want to be on the podcast? Sure. No? Okay. I figure out how to edit by myself. I figure out how to make the thumbnails. I figure all this out by myself, and it's a big learning. It's like just a big. Have you ever seen those marble races? You know, like the things in kindergarten where you build. I love those things, dude. I'm just making one big marble maze race. That's all I'm doing. And I'm figuring it out and I'm having fun. There's definitely days I don't want to do it. There's definitely days when I don't want to stay up till 1 a.m. to edit because um, it's hard work. That Matthew Bond episode was hard. It came out really good though. There's obviously room for improvement, but cutting and then pasting and then cutting and like going back and forth between the shots of our faces, man, that took me probably 12 hours of my life away. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Loved the conversation. Loved Matthew. So number 4 is to build Surge for Smiles consistently. 40 episodes this year and 1,000 subs. I'm going to do it. I will do it. And then lastly, just financially, I'm going to save $7,500 by December 31st, 2026. Yeah. Obviously, I have money built in my savings, but I just want to add to that. I really want to focus on kind of getting more to that savings. So I'm a server and I also work at I'm a supervisor at our recreation center at our college. So maybe one check a week from each job I'll set away. Obviously, I got to get bills done first. So it's bills, savings, and whatever I have extra, I'll spend it on however I want. I need new headphones. Maybe I'll buy some new headphones. Maybe I'll go out with the boys on the town, man. Who knows? But I really want to get better with my savings because I'd say as a 21-year-old, you see things, you're like, I kind of want that, and you may buy it. And that's just me, though. Maybe, I don't know. But so the one bullet point I have was bills and school first, and then savings. And then another bullet point was one shift paycheck or tips, whatever you want to call it, a week goes to savings. And those are 5 goals that I have written down. I will read them again. I am second. Train 3 times a week. Don't chase people. Build Surge for Smiles. And save $7,500 by December 31st. And if I had to add anything, I'd say I want to travel. I guess that kind of goes against my savings, but I love traveling, man. Dude, if I can travel to like Miami, Jackson Hole, San Francisco, Pittsburgh with my 2 best friends, dude, I would. Dude, that'd be so much fun, but I can't. But I still want to travel. I really want to go golfing in Arizona. So I'm trying to get better for that. You know, my elbow, trying to keep that arm straight, and then, you know, the hip movement and everything. That'd be probably the funnest week of my 20s if I went golfing with my best friends in Arizona. Go golfing, go get good food, go out of town, you know, get a couple cold snacks, you know. So if I had to add one, I'd say travel. Maybe another one. But yeah, I think this is a good 5 to have for this upcoming year. And as I said before, I challenge you to figure out what you want your chapter to look like. What do you want to look back on 2026? And obviously, you can't have fun every day. There's going to be days when you are just in the mud. You are not going to want to get out of bed. You're not going to want to go take that test. You're not going to want to go to work. You're not going to want to go to your family reunion, anything like that. But just keep pushing, because an example I said was with my friends being out of town, with everything I go through with school, work, all this other stuff. So when I see those guys, man, I've learned to not take it for granted. I've learned that this is special, man. They all came over for homecoming week, and they came to my apartment. We have like a living room, and then we have like a foyer random room. We had half the guys and a couple girls that we knew watching the college football game. The other half the guys and a couple girls that we knew and playing beer pong. It was a blast, man, and it was just in the random apartment in my college town. But I'm going to remember that for a long time because I love those guys. So as I said, I challenge you to figure out what you want your chapter to look like. And some chapters in 2025 felt unbearable, but you're still here. Let 2026 be the year that you give yourself credit for. I mean, I'll read that again because I feel like I need to read it again for myself. Some chapters in 2025 felt unbearable, you're still here. You're still grounded. You're still standing. Let 2026 be the year that you give yourself some credit for that. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy your year. I really hope that everyone finds joy. Everyone deserves it. I don't care how bad you are, how good you are, what you did to me, how good you are to me. Everyone deserves to find joy, man. I truly believe that. So I'm going to conclude this episode with a happy New Year's, man. Happy New Year's to you. I hope you have a safe New Year's celebration. I hope you have fun with your family, friends, whatever you're doing, man. Happy New Year's. 2026, man. Really hope it's like 2016, man. 2016, dude. Pokemon Go, like the LA vibe, and then the songs, dude. Oh, summer 16, not the song by Drake, even though it's a good song, but summer 2026 is my oyster, dude. But happy New Year's, everyone. And as always, I'm gonna let that boy Praise take it away with the song Long Day. He's doing his thing, man. So if you want to go see him on tour, I don't know if he has tickets still. I tried to go, but he didn't go to Pittsburgh. But stream Long Day wherever you stream your music at. YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Musi, I don't even know. But Praise take it away. And as always, 1 Corinthians 10:31, whether you eat, sleep, drink, do it all for the glory of God. Thank you.